why I did not enjoy studying law online. If you're new here, my name is Lauren and I'm a lawyer from Melbourne. And when I was in law school, I failed 8 classes, but then by my last semester, I ended up getting 3 high distinctions. I studied law online for 4 semesters in my law degree, and a huge part of that was because of COVID and lockdown. So I got a few things to say about the experience of studying law online. To be honest, studying law online had its pros and its cons, but based on my personal experience, the cons outweighed the pros. There were good things, though, about studying law online. One of the good things was more flexibility. So it saves me a lot of time from commuting to the university, and that time used to commute to uni, to commute to campus, I was able to use for other things, whether that is actually studying a little bit more or maybe things in my personal life. So that was like a big plus of studying law online, was that especially if you live so far from the uni, like that time that you save from having to commute there, that you can use it for whatever you want and be more productive. That's something that I really liked about studying law online, was that I was able to do more things, focus on more things, because commuting to uni, commuting to campus can take so much of your time. However, number one downside of studying law online is that you miss the social aspect of law school. And I'm not talking about societies or clubs or making new friends on campus. Mainly like the social aspect of actually being in in-person classes, meeting your classmates in person. Because I found that when it was online classes, for example, if we're put into breakout rooms, there has been instances where we're all put in a breakout room and no one would be talking. Everyone would have their camera off, everyone would have their mic off, no one is talking. Compared to if you're in an in-person class and you're put into groups, you're basically forced to talk. And that's another downside with studying law online as well, another part of the social aspect that was missing is mainly the feeling of being in an actual class. Because yes, there are some tutors or teachers that would ask you to turn on your camera, participate in class discussions. There were also some classes that I took where they weren't so direct on that. They're you can turn your camera off if you want, but when people are turning the camera off, you kind of don't get that social aspect feel. And I felt like when I was doing classes in person, it felt more beneficial because I got to have more of that social connection. And I don't know what it is. When I'm socializing with people in person, if I'm doing actual discussions with people in person compared to online, I feel like I consolidate the information better. I don't know why. Another thing to keep in mind with studying law online is that the self-discipline